Welcome to Might in Motion, where we help you navigate your personal and professional goals to manifest them into your deserved career and life path. Here at Might in Motion, we don't make excuses, we do the work and go above and beyond. The Might in Motion podcast brings you guests that will help stretch you out of your comfort zone and push you to improve your goals. Like, comment, and share. This is Might in Motion. So today I get to welcome an awesome powerhouse of a woman. I'm going to kind of put us side by side here so everybody can kind of see a little bit about GLW Nutrition. But Carly is a certified nutritionist. She's based out of Houston, Texas. She is the owner of GLW Nutrition. She's been coaching, educating, training clients across the United States for more than 10 years, more than a decade, with one-on-one coaching, creating community and workshops. And what I love about how she approaches things is there is that mindset of like this fad-free, no BS approach to nutrition. And you might be going like, wait a minute, usually we're talking about leadership stuff. What does nutrition have to do with that? All of it has to do with it. You've got to be able to kind of work with your physical being and get control of that so that you can then really go out and be a powerhouse in your business, in your professional life. She has several certifications, so she is not just kind of talking, crazy talk. She has certifications in nutrition, specialty diets, from Precision Nutrition and NASM, as well as a master's degree in sustainable food. So excited to have you here, Carly. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm so pumped to be here and to talk to everyone. This is awesome.
Well, I know we got to meet in person. Has it been like 6 months ago now? 4 months
already?
ago?
Yeah.
No, it's been a long time. And that was a really cool experience with another coaching group that we were part of. And, what I really learned through that process and that coaching group was really all about how your holistic approach to life impacts you and impacts your ability to find success.
Mm-hmm.
Can you share with us some of your tools, tricks of the trade, and how you approach your physical wellness and how that's helped you succeed?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm actually right now, I've kind of taken it to one extreme end of the spectrum. I'm a competitive bodybuilder in my spare time, as well as coaching nutrition. So really every day I am focused on nutrition and fitness in some way and helping other people just realize like what they can do.
Yeah.
But I didn't always have that background. I grew up, I was the fat kid growing up. I was bullied very, very badly into college. In college, I did not live a healthy lifestyle. At one point, I was 20 something years old, living with a bunch of dudes, drinking all the time, going out to eat all the time. I didn't even step foot really in a gym and start working out hard until I was 24, 25 years old. So it's been really just like the last decade of my life where I've just really gotten into it and just seen the rest of my life kind of come full circle. And
Yeah.
in recent years, I have been able to really attribute it to, I really think this started happening because I got my nutrition in check, I got my fitness in check, and it's just been really cool to see how I am just literally not the same person now as I was when I was living a lifestyle that was not based on health at all.
Right. I didn't realize that we had some of that in common, right? Because I had to go through a big, long journey. So I was overweight my whole life. And about 4 or 5 years ago, I had some medical stuff. I'd had enough. I lost 50 pounds, right? And it took several years. I, did it the slow and steady way. Right. But, you're absolutely right. When you start shedding that excess, for me, it allowed me to be way more focused in the rest of my life,
Yeah,
work and relationships. Because I had
absolutely.
been, like hiding so much through all the weight and everything else. Yeah.
And I feel like there really is kind of two lenses that you look at, especially how this would kind of pertain to your audience. Like, how is this relevant to my business, my career, my profession. And you kind of have to look at it in two lenses, as
Mm.
the literal way that it can help you, like actually with what is literally and scientifically happening with your body. But what I would argue is the most important thing is what happens with your mind when you start taking
Mm.
care of your body. And, you know, it's because it's not, I mean, it's not fun. Like, of course, I would rather eat a hamburger and sweet potato fries than a salad and a chicken breast. Of course
Yeah.
I would rather. Like, just because I do this for a living does not mean I hate junk food. I love junk food. It tastes delicious. I want to
Yeah.
eat it all day every day. I don't want to go run. Like, who wants to run unless something's chasing you? I hate running. But it's the act of doing things that are hard,
Yeah.
doing things that you have to do, even when
Mhm.
everything around you is coming against you, and having the discipline to just know that no one else, I mean, they care in a sense. Your doctor cares, your spouse cares, your family cares, but
Mhm.
no one will care about your health as much as you do. No one.
Right.
And no one can influence it. Every choice, anything you put in your mouth, any movement you make with your body, that is 100% in your control. And
Yeah.
all of these things that are kind of coming at you in life that are out of your control, your fitness and your nutrition is the one thing that you control. And having that
Mhm.
discipline to do it no matter what, all of those qualities are things that lead into your business, your career. Like, you do the hard things, you have the discipline, you shut out everything else and you do what you need to do.
Yeah.
And I really strongly believe that those are skills, because if everyone could do it, there would be no overweight people, no sick people. Like, everyone would be walking around fit and healthy, but not everyone can do it. Just like
Yeah.
not everyone can succeed in business. It's a skill.
Right. That is so true. And I just want to remind the audience, if you do have questions about anything, about fitness, our journey, how Carly approached it, and what she does with her clients, please drop it in the chat. We'd love to take some questions today if you have any real time. Um, so I know you have a coaching group and you help walk people through that journey, because it is tough, right? I mean, I know I went kind of up and down, and for me personally, I made a decision that I wanted to do it in. I didn't want to do something fat. I didn't want to go do keto. I didn't want to go, like, I wanted to be able to have flexibility in how I approached what I ate, because I love to eat. I'm half Italian. We love to cook. We love to eat. Like, and so how do you help coach your clients? Maybe there's a trick or two or some advice that you can give to this audience that people can take away.
Well, that is kind of like my tagline, if you will. I am the
Mhm.
no BS fad-free nutritionist. Like, I do not put people on diets. If you come to me and you say, "Carly, I want to go on keto," the very
Mhm.
first thing I'm going to ask you is why. I'm
Yep.
not going to take your money and put you on a ketosis diet. I'm going to ask, why this specific diet? How did you hear about it? Why are you interested in it? What is going on with your body that you think this is specifically the problem or the solution to your problem? And I really try to just bring self-awareness to why people want to be getting into changing something about their nutrition and their fitness. Because I think this comes from, there are millions of great, phenomenal coaches out there. And I think I fall into kind of a unique group where I have just kind of like formal education, like
Mhm.
years and years and years. I didn't just get a certification. It was me learning about how our food is produced, how it is produced affects our body in different ways, like the process of food moving through our food system, like all
Mhm.
of these different things. I have a really unique lens on knowing why people think about food and diets the way that they do. Like, I studied the production of food and specifically the marketing and the business of food
Wow.
in college. So I understand literally, I can pick up, I wish I had a food label right now, but I can pick up a box, and I have a video about this on my Instagram. I could put it in the comments if people want to go to my Instagram. There's a video on this, but
That'd be great.
I literally teach you how to read a food label, and
Yeah.
everything, what I tell my clients, everything on the food label that is not on the nutrition facts or the ingredients list is marketing. Every single
Mhm.
thing. And food marketing is just, it is so specific and smart and just like in some cases manipulative. People just, they fall for it because they don't know what they don't know. They
Yeah.
don't have the years of education that I do, and I understand that. So when clients come to me and I want to do keto, I don't want to eat carbs, I need to cut carbs, or I want to try intermittent fasting. I heard that's the best way to do what I want to do. And I come at it with a lens of like, I'm not judging you at all. You don't know what you don't know. I don't
Yep.
expect you to know. I know how guarded our food system is, how
Mhm.
strategic that marketing comes into play. And I want to ask you why. And I want to understand what you think you know so that we could change your mindset. We could get you away from the fads, and we could get you open to learning what you need to know to build habits. And that is
Oh,
what I am huge on right now. We're in week 4, we're at the very end of my 28-day challenge on Instagram. And it's
uh-huh.
a free challenge that I was running all this month to get people geared up before the holidays to stop making New Year's resolutions, to
Yeah.
stop every January 1st, year after year, saying, I'm going to get healthy, I'm going to get fit, and just start them backwards and say, don't wait till January 1st, start right now. And this was mid October, we started it. And for 28 days, I have been teaching people literally 10 to 15 minutes a day. I make a video, and it is
Mhm.
a very, very small bit of basic nutrition information that they can learn. And I am watching people's lives change. The
Yeah.
messages that I am getting, the comments that I'm seeing, the conversations that are happening on my post is people are just like, I never knew this. This is so simple. And I'm like, yes, like I'm
Yes.
in my chair on the other side of the screen. Like, this is it. This is nutrition. It's a science.
Yes.
It's factual. It's like you have this bit of information, you apply it, you get results. That's literally what a science is.
Yeah.
But marketing and social media and just the world's consumerism has just complicated it.
Yeah.
And so I am really big on just, I help my clients build habits. I help them replace the word diet, because diet implies like a short-term fix with
Right.
an end date to reach a goal, and then they go back to the way they were.
Mhm. Mhm.
I want them to replace your diet with just the way I eat. It's
Yeah.
my nutrition. It's my daily nutrition. It's my daily lifestyle. And it's
Yeah.
just, you shouldn't have a diet. You should just have a way of eating that is healthy and sustainable and allows you to be fit and uh, act and process and move at your very, very best. And
Mhm.
this spreads into, like you said, every other area of your life, your business, your relationships, everything.
It really does, because I mean, even at just the basic level, right? If you are fueling your body in the right way, right? You're getting movement in the right way, then you're gonna start sleeping the right way.
Hmm.
You know,
That's huge.
and if you can get a decent night's sleep, and I say that a little bit tongue in cheek because I do have 2 little kids, so inevitably once a week somebody has a bad dream. And I am 45, so that means in the middle of the night I just wake up because I feel like I'm 85 degrees, and even though the house is not at 85 degrees, right? But for most people, depending on where you are in life, right? Like getting that sleep is critical, because then you wake up where your brain's actually functioning in a positive state because it's had that time to rest, and you wake up with better ideas, and you're not as snappy with everybody, like it permeates everything.
And sleep is so huge. And I bet everyone that's watching this knows that sleep is important. Like, everyone knows.
Everyone
And
knows.
everyone's like, oh,
Mhm.
I don't get enough sleep. Ah, this happens. But it's like, no, like that is a cornerstone of your health. Like,
Yeah.
you need to stop brushing it off. Everyone, 7 hours for adults. That is what has there have been so many studies done. 7 hours, you need it
Yeah.
consistently. It regulates first of all, it allows you need to have 3 at least 3 REM cycles a night to
Hmm.
regenerate just everything and just feel better. But sleep is when you're sleeping, it is when your hormones start regulating, your blood sugar starts regulating, your
Hmm.
tissues repair themselves, your inflammation soothes itself. All of these things only happen when you are sleeping.
Yeah.
And if you do not get enough sleep, this is why people are walking around like, I'm having issues with inflammation. I can't lose weight. I haven't been building enough muscle, as much
Hmm.
muscle as I want to build. Um, just like a lot of people think that they have hormonal imbalances or hormone issues. And all of these things, your cognitive, just like your sharpness, your ability to process information, when you're sleeping, it's the neurons in your brain, like those pathways are actually being created when you're
Yeah. Yeah.
sleep. That's the only time it happens. So if you are not sleeping and you are not sleeping consistently, think of how much more progress you could be making in your business if you think about it in terms of like I could be doubling like the pathways in my brain that allow me to critically think and make decisions and all of this kind of stuff. It only happens when you're sleeping.
Yeah.
And that is something that my clients and I focus on. We have an entire class on literally just get your sleep in. Just
Yeah.
get it in. If you're not getting 7 hours, again, you control it. No one
Yeah.
else controls it. You decide when you can go to bed. If you have kids, if you have extra work to do, if you have stuff going on, if your favorite show is on. Yellowstone just came back
I
on
know.
this week. But all of these things you control. And if
Yeah.
you want to prioritize sleep, you control it. You decide your kids' bedtime so that you can make your own bedtime. You decide when you stop working and what can be moved into tomorrow so you can prioritize sleep.
Right.
And so many people just do not make sleep a priority and they brush it off. But I promise if just 14 days, if you could prioritize 7 hours of sleep a night for 14 days and see the radical difference in how
Hmm.
you feel and how your body just operates, how your weight loss accelerates, your muscle gain accelerates, your cognition accelerates, how your energy is just consistent throughout the day, people would prioritize sleep more.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get all fired up about it because it's so
Well,
important and it's the first thing that people just
yes.
they could be on point with their nutrition, their fitness, everything, and they sleep 3 hours a night and they
Right.
still feel like crap. And I'm like, guys,
Right.
it's
Right.
easy to fix.
And the things that you're talking about, it aligns with some other topics we've talked about in the past, like boundaries.
Hmm.
Boundaries aren't just, oh, I don't want this person to say or do these things. You also have to create boundaries for yourself because you're
Absolutely.
protecting yourself. If
Absolutely.
you're, as a mother, my, like, one of the reasons I went on this journey to lose weight was because I want to be around for my kids.
Hmm.
Like, I couldn't play with them. I couldn't keep up with them.
Hmm.
Right now, they're running races with me. Like, so now we're creating things that we do together that aren't just sitting around watching TV,
Yes.
right? We're finding movement and we're doing it together so that we can, in my mind, I'm like, then I'm creating these memories, right? I'm giving them a sense of competition, which is not a bad thing. All right. And not everybody's going to get a medal, and also like that they're finding some love of actually getting out there and doing something physically,
Hmm.
or even when you're like, for me, if I get really stuck, my mind, I just can't seem to solve a problem at work or I'm frustrated with something, I go for a walk.
Yep.
Like, I'm just going to go outside 15 minutes, vitamin D, get some oxygen, take the dog out, like go for a walk, move. And then you come back and all of a sudden that problem that seemed it was like insurmountable
Yep.
isn't anymore.
Walks are great. Walks, even just that little bit of elevated heart rate that you have walking,
Yeah.
it it helps your body just distribute oxygen like throughout your blood, like to get it everywhere. And it's a burst of energy, but it is also it literally is a stress and anxiety reliever. Like you are getting oxygen to different parts of your body. It speeds up your digestion. I am huge on telling people to just go for a 15-minute walk after
Mhm.
lunch. And like you will not get that like crash like mid-afternoon, 2 or 3 o'clock, where you're sitting at your desk and you're just staring at the clock. Is it five?
Right.
Is it six yet? If you go for just 2, 3 would be great walks throughout the day, it
Yeah.
just kind of it gives you that boost. It speeds up your digestion. It allows you to process your food, to get that energy, to get oxygen like where it needs to go in your body. Walks are just great, and it's people say they don't have time, or it's I know it's getting cold out, it's going to start snowing in some parts of the country.
Right.
Just walk
Yep.
in your building. I literally would do
Yes.
that. I'm from New England. I live in Texas now, but I would be on prep for bodybuilding shows, and there would be 3 feet of snow outside, and it would be like 20 degrees out. And I would literally, my coworkers would look at me like I was nuts, because you just see like my head
Yes.
passing cubicles. But I was just like lapping around the building, and I would
Yep.
just be like, hey guys, I'll be back in 15
Yeah.
minutes. And you just see my head like by all the
Well, you
cubicles.
take a meeting while you're walking.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, because I work from home now, but in the past, same thing. I was, in a large corporate office, and I was one where in the basement there was a 1/4 mile straight away, right? It's where all the mailroom was and all that stuff. Literally, I would take people with me. Let's go for a walk. We'll do our one-on-one while we're walking,
Yeah.
right? And
Great.
I had a guy on my team who was in a wheelchair. He would go down there every single day, had his tray, had his 25-pound weight that he would carry in his lap, and he would roll. And he would either take calls like on his headphones, or he would walk with somebody for his meeting or whatever. And he would roll while the other person walks. Like, it doesn't, you aren't as restricted as you think that you are, right? It's about breaking that mold and saying it's okay for me to take a call while I'm on a walk.
Yeah, and I feel like that would be a phenomenal opportunity for you to just have more like just better rapport with your team. Like
Yeah.
if you have a smaller team or a one-on-one and you have a walking meeting, and it's just like it just kind of like lightens that like mood. It builds trust between you, that you're allowed to have that like candid moment
Yes.
where you're walking and talking. Plus, like you said, being outside, getting vitamin D, just being able to move, it puts everyone in a better mood anyway. So the conversation can be more productive. And
Yes.
that would be just like so phenomenal. I mean, how excited did we get when we were younger and like the teacher would have class outside and everybody
Yes.
lost their minds because they got to sit outside in class. We never grew out of that. We're in our 30s, 40s, 50s or more. I would love to go outside and have a meeting.
Yes.
I would
It's
get
so
so
true.
excited.
I mean, except for like Buffalo right now, I think they're getting like 3 feet of snow. So except for that, I'm not into that. But like you're absolutely right. Especially gorgeous days. I remember sitting in my office and just looking out. I live here in Georgia, and you're looking out. You go, my God, this is like one of the 3 perfect days of the year, and I'm sitting in here. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. There's no pollen yet. Like there's no bugs yet, and I'm sitting here. Why am I sitting here? Well, get my butt up and take it outside. And
Yeah.
it shifted, I mean, everything.
And it just like kind of subtly shows like your team that you care about them. It's like,
Yes.
hey guys, like I'm not gonna force you to sit at a meeting table and look out the window.
Yes.
Let's be on the other side of the window.
Yes.
And it's
Yeah.
just I would really respect like supervisors who allowed us to do that.
I mean, even now, like when we have a nice day, I sit on the back deck.
Yeah.
And so like I'll call in the meeting and I've got my sunglasses on,
Yeah.
and it was like, oh, you're in a different space. I'm like, yeah, it's actually a gorgeous day. I'm gonna take advantage of it. And then now I see my team doing that too. I was like, I love it. I absolutely love it.
That's cool.
Are there any, I know we're getting towards the end of time. So is there a like kind of one takeaway that you'd like to share with the group and I'll pop the slide back up as well, because I had some really great just kind of bullets on it, but maybe one more takeaway for the group?
Yeah, it just going back to just encouraging people to think about just not overcomplicate their nutrition.
Yeah.
There's no diet, there's no correct meal timing, there's no correct exercise routine. Nutrition it's not easy, but it is so simple. It is so simple. And all you need to do is eat foods that you know are nutrient dense. Make sure you're getting adequate protein so you could just feel strong. Make sure you're getting balanced meals, and just move. You don't need to have a 6-day a week gym routine. Just go on walks, take your kids
Yeah.
out, Yes, strength. I love strength training. I could have a whole talk with you for another half hour about strength training, of course. But my point is, for the vast majority of people, for just average people,
Yeah.
just do not overcomplicate it. You
Yeah.
you know what nutrient dense foods are. You know what healthy foods are. Eat balanced meals, eat healthy foods, move more than you're moving. For the love of Pete, prioritize your sleep
Yeah.
and just watch how it leads into your business. If you have the discipline to prioritize your body, which is the one thing that you can control,
Mm-hmm.
your spouse can't control it, your supervisor can't control it, your employees can't control it. Only you control the food you put in your body and how much you move every day, period. If you have the discipline to make good choices for yourself, that discipline will carry over into you treating your relationships with respect, your business with respect. It's just, it is so transformative.
Yeah. So I always like to end with taking action. So they got to follow you. Number one on Instagram. You have amazing content. I've been following your 28-day challenge. I've seen other people post stuff that are doing the 28-day challenge, which is so exciting for me to see. And go to your website. You offer a lot of information on your website as well. And those are the best two ways to get a hold of you?
They are. Yep. You can email me. I mean, you see the website URL right there. You can email me directly at carly@glwnutrition.com, but there's a form right on my website and my email on my website. If you just go there, you'll have all my contact information. It's also linked in my Instagram. So if you just go follow me on Instagram, you'll be able to access my website from there. But yeah, I mean, those posts are up. They are static posts and reels on my feed. If you are
Nice.
watching this in 6 months, a year from now, you can start that challenge yourself. That's why I made it static post. It's completely free. I have the templates and a highlight for you to follow along with. My passion is truly, truly educating people, because that is how I got into this career, this industry. I was just baffled by how much I didn't know and
Yeah.
how simple it was. And I am extremely passionate about just not roping people into fads, not taking people's money to put them on a diet for 3 months just to see them again in a year. I
Right.
really want to just stress how simple nutrition can be, how important it is to everything in your life, and just learning habits and taking the time, literally 10 to 15 minutes a day for 28 days, that can change your entire
Yes.
perspective on how you treat your body. So I urge you guys, no obligation for me, no cost for me. If you go to my Instagram and start that challenge for yourself, commit to 28 days, and you'll be able to do phenomenal things. And I'm always here to help. That's what I love to do.
I love it. And you do have some one-on-one coaching, group coaching as well?
I do, absolutely. I am taking clients through the end of the year, probably into next year too. Just reach out to me. I'll see what I have open. But I could do one on one coaching anywhere in the country. Honestly, none of my clients right now are in Texas, they are all over the
Wow.
country. So I can coach online from anywhere, no matter what your goal is. If you want a strict plan or if you just want education and guidance and support like this, I tailor everything completely to what my clients need. So I do one on one coaching. I also do community groups and workshops. So if anyone is interested in
Nice.
something like this for your workplace, for your team, for just a group of friends that you want to get together, either virtually or in person, we can just have a conversation like this. If you like love learning about this stuff and want to get a group of people together, we could do something just with a group of people so you can all learn together. So I just, anything that is educating, inspiring, and just helps you get where you want to be, I can tailor anything to help you.
I love it. Carly, thank you so, so much for being my
Pleasure.
guest today. This has been fantastic.
Yeah.
Um, and please, like, once again, take action, follow on Instagram, go to the website. Like she said, she's got a free 28-day program. Go take advantage of it. It's something I've been looking at. It's really amazing stuff. And it's not overly complicated. So really legit, anybody can do it.
Yeah.
So please go out there and take action. Thank you for tuning into Might in Motion. If you learned something about motivation, momentum, mindfulness, or might, please like, comment, and share. Thank you.